Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-January 2022 reading. This is part 2. We already did part 1 right here. So if you didn't watch part 1 yet, it is linked up in the pinned comment down below. So make sure to check that out. But in your first row, you have this Jaguar Spirit. This card says release. So it is clearly time to release the things that have been burdening you. In your first row, you have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is probably what you are releasing. Let's see. Yeah, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can represent getting a second opinion on something, but Knight of Swords can also represent running away, but he's running towards the past. If we kind of look at him here, he's running in this direction. He's running off the reading. He's not running like into the future on the reading. So I would be careful of running or returning to the past, especially with that 10 of Wands. You know, the 10 of Wands sometimes can say that it can ask you or make sure you don't turn around. It's like if you're about to have your victory, or maybe you're much closer to victory than you realize, which is kind of where I feel like this is going. It's like saying, if you turn around, if you give up now, then you're not going to experience the victory. I feel like this is saying, don't give up. I'm not getting like the traditional Knight of Swords type of meaning there. With the Tower and the Magician, you have the 5 of Wands. I would definitely be careful of your words at this time. 5 of Wands can be conflict and competition. It's also a card that encourages you to go on an adventure. So with that Magician, again, I would not be afraid of going on an adventure. Remember what we also said, is that the Magician, he is pointing towards the Queen of Cups and the Empress here. So it's like you're having your glow up. And again, usually if we have a glow up, if we start growing, or, if us shining our light makes someone else's light dimmer, typically they might attack us. They might, not literally, but, they might have some things to say. Don't listen, right? Plain and simple. You have the Star. You have the Empress here. It's like you're glowing very bright for a reason. With the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Wands, you have the 3 of Swords here. Some of you could be going through a healing. It definitely seems to be one of those times. I mean, you do have the Star here, so clearly you could be healing from a 3 of Swords type situation. But it looks like you're healing from some disappointments with the 4 of Cups or the 5 of Cups. Some things that just didn't go your way in the recent past. And like I said, I feel like you're just healing from it. There's really not much to say there. In your next row, you have the Virgo card. This card says digest on it. So number 1, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Number 2, I feel like it is saying take some time to think about things, especially with that Star card. The Star card is a card of like resting, relaxing, recovering. And she's also, I'll show you this as well with the Star card. She's pulling that water from the pool of universal consciousness on the Star card. So she's like tapping into the energy of the universe on this card. And some of you, maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to take some time to just digest the information that's coming in for you, to plan for the future, to think about your future ideas. I've said this to pretty much everyone. I mean, to me, the year doesn't really start until the middle of February this year because of the retrogrades and everything. And so I would say it is a good time to just rest, relax, recover, to plan for the future and to digest things, to take all the information in that you've gathered over the past many years about your life, about love, about everything, and, digest it, figure out where it's going, right? That's what I would be doing there. With the Star and the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. Definitely a very solid new beginning coming in for you. I feel like there's a very passionate new beginning coming in for you as well. 2 Aces, amazing. 2 Aces is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. And I would say there's like a very passionate new beginning. Remember, with the Star and the Ace of Pentacles, we were talking about this like multi-level opportunity that's coming in for you. And what I meant by that is like you could be moving and there are other opportunities that are coming to you because of the move. You might be getting a job, and there are other opportunities that will be coming in that maybe you just don't see yet because of the job. I really like this for you. Very good reading. Your readings have been pretty good recently, but definitely much better. With the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. You are cutting this situation out. Whatever disappointments you've been dealing with in the past, I feel like you're kind of more focused on future victories. You can see here that the sword is above the mountains on the Ace of Swords, and it just represents, again, victories. It's like, the sword is above the mountains, so it says that we will always experience some obstacles to getting to success. Those are the mountains. But again, the sword is above the mountains. So it kind of says you will always be able to overcome any situations that come your way in the future. So the Ace of Swords is a really good card. With the Queen of Cups and the Empress, get out of your head. Nine of Swords, right? Worried about what other people will think, worried about, pretty much everything. It's like, I always tell people to ignore it. It's like, just ignore it. And trust me, I'm the worst, right? It's like, even on this channel, sometimes people say stuff, it gets to me, right? But it's like over the years, I've like been getting better and better and better of just like turning it off, shutting it out. It's like, why do I care, right? But even on this channel, it's like I started, posting twice a day now, and it's like I have all these people coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden, like mysteriously, that are attacking me, right? And I'm not saying this because I need defense or anything like that. I'm just saying it's interesting. I ignore it. I don't pay attention to it, right? I don't care. It's like my views are basically doubling, and who cares, right? Who cares what people think? And I would just say ignore the haters with the Nine of Swords, because it's like clearly you're glowing with that Empress energy in the star showing up here. Like I said, that Magician is pointing towards the Empress and the Queen of Cups. People don't like it when you make them have to do more work. People don't like it when you dim their light. So again, if you're outshining someone at work or in business, or if you're outshining others in love or any other area of your life, it's like there might be people who try to dim your light, but your job is to make sure that you don't let them with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords really says we can be the bug or the windshield. We can be the thing that hits the immovable force, or we can be the immovable force. So I always say be the windshield with the Nine of Swords. In your second to last row here, you have the Key card. We'll read this in a second. And you also have the Stork. The Key says successful outcome to your problems. I like that. The Stork says news of a birth or a business opportunity. We've been literally talking about an opportunity this entire time. And I love that Key card as well. So clearly there are some very significant solutions coming in for you here, Sagittarius, with that Key. Some sort of solution to a problem you're dealing with. For some of you, again, it could be a birth. You're like the second sign that has had something about pregnancy. Again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, this message is not for you, obviously. Or if you can't get pregnant, I feel like I shouldn't have to clarify that, but I do. So if you can't, then obviously this message is not for you. The thing I will say is you have the World here. The World to me is a card of being pushed through the squeeze. It's like a card of going through a change. It's saying you are being born into a new life. You are being born into something new with the World card. And whatever's on the other side is usually much better. So love it. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, a lot of success coming in for you here, Sagittarius. Definitely a lot of abundance. 9 of Pentacles, is kind of like a card of being able to take care of yourself. It's a card of independence. It's also pre-Empress energy. You have the Empress here and the 9 of Pentacles. So there's like clearly a major focus on this like glow up, this being able to take care of yourself, being able to, create your own abundance, whatever the case may be. Very, very, very nice. I like this. You're clearly glowing up. With the World and the 2 of Cups, you have the Fool. I do feel some of you could be making a change. If this is in the area of your closest relationships, I mean, obviously, if you're making a change, if you're, moving, traveling, getting a new job, then you could be making new friends. Pretty simple, right? I feel like that's what this is saying. It's funny. I also said, the major arcana, you start as the Fool, you go to the World, then you start over as a Fool again. So some of you are clearly like wrapping up a cycle and starting a new one. Kind of looks like new love to me. If you're attracting new love into your life, I feel like this person has much more pure intentions. The Fool is holding a rose, like a white rose behind him, and the white roses in tarot represent pure intentions. You also have the dog. The dog on the Fool can represent companionship, loyalty as well, so it would probably be someone who's very loyal to you. With the King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands right here, so card of adventure. Where did we see this? I thought there was something in here about adventure, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, the 5 of Wands twice, 5 of Wands is a card that I call Indiana Jones. To me, it can represent, doing something crazy and to find your treasure at the end. So for some of you, I feel like there could be an adventure coming in for you that would probably be very successful. We're going to pull one card. I'm going to pull this one right here. This is the Orca. It says song lines. So, I don't know, you could be receiving messages from songs around you. And I just want to see what the next card is. You have the Sea Otter that says transformation. Weren't we talking about transformation somewhere in here as well? Then you have the... you had something. Oh, we were talking about the Death card the Tower, and then transforming with the Star. So you could be undergoing a transformation at this time. You do have the Death card here. with the Eight of Swords. So again, you could be going through a transformation. And again, I feel like you could be getting messages from songs. Not just songs though. I feel like you could be getting messages about a transformation that you're going through in your dreams, daydreams. I would pay attention to like everything. With the Eight of Swords and the Death card, you have the Devil. So I would definitely release anything that is holding you back at this time. I would be careful, I don't feel bad about this. Like, I don't think this is a bad thing, but I would just be careful of this energy right here again. Because the Devil and the Eight of Swords, it could be people whispering in your ears, people like saying you're not good enough, you're too short, you're too whatever, you're too bald like me, you're too whatever is what I'm getting here. I don't listen to those words, right? With the Devil, I feel like there could just be people kind of whispering in your ear. Maybe they're not saying those exact things, but so I don't know. Sometimes I think we become successful, and for whatever reason, people don't like it, and they're like, "Who the hell are you to be this successful?" Again, your job is to ignore this with the Devil. I want to see why. Like, let's get more detail on that. Six of Cups, happiness, I don't know, because it just doesn't matter. You need to move towards your true happiness. You need to be truly happy as well with this energy. I feel like there is true happiness coming in for you. And the Emperor, he doesn't care what anyone thinks. Look at him. Look at his face, Sagittarius. Does he care what anyone thinks? No, he doesn't. So I feel like you need to listen to yourself with this energy. And you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I would let that go. It could hurt. It's like, if you're outgrowing people, if you're outgrowing situations in your life, that could definitely lead to some pain with the Ten of Swords. But at the same time, the Six of Cups is like a turnaround. The Six of Cups is a gift from the universe to me. And, to me, the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is obstacles being removed from our life. Where basically, we are able to move forward. We're able to make progress with the Six of Cups because the obstacles are being removed. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you here. Is like, I feel like there are some obstacles being removed from your life in general. I would definitely focus on the glow up here. The glow up is real, and that would be my focus. I wouldn't worry what people think. And again, I would focus on any opportunities that come your way. It looks to me like there's this multi-leveled opportunity coming in for you. I don't know how else to say it. By the way, also love is showing up here as well. Like I said, I feel there could be someone who has very pure intentions. Like if you're wondering, does this person have pure intentions? I feel like they do. Six of Cups. Could be a soulmate, Two of Cups, soulmate, three, the Fool. Like I said, he very pure intentions. So I like that, although I wouldn't really call this a love reading. But anyway, that's that. No reason to drag this out. Looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.